Aikira, of course, you all know me. I hope you do. And if you don't know me, I'm glad that you decided to press play so you could get to know me. I have a special guest tonight that I'm going to invite in front of the camera so you guys can get very familiar with her. Miss DJ Onna.
Hello.
Hey, how are you?
I'm good. How about you?
I'm good. I'm so happy I got the opportunity to be able to interview you.
Thank you.
Because I heard about DJ Onna. And I heard, it's okay, it's the elephants, but good luck. You got them all around. I heard about DJ Onna, and I had the pleasure of being able to hear you DJ. And then your mom is like your number one fan, so she got you all over everything to make sure that you know who DJ Onna is. So we know you are a DJ, and we know you do some things in the community, but I wanted to have the opportunity to be able to get everybody familiar with exactly who you are. So this is your opportunity to tell everybody in Facebook world, YouTube world, Lively world, all these worlds, who Miss DJ Onna is.
My name is Deanna Brooks, but my DJ name is DJ Onna.
Okay.
I've been DJing since the age of 12.
Wow.
A guy named Eric taught me because I was trying to find somebody to find me, but nobody, not even my cousin, I won't say his name, but not even he was trying to teach me.
Family, they think you're playing all the time. Family be like, girl, whatever. Okay. You just playing. Okay. And then, some of the things that we decide to do as women, guys are like, you're not supposed to be doing it.
That's what the comments look.
Yeah, they're like, what you want to do that for? This is a man industry. So you tapped into it and you're doing amazing things. So tell me how it was starting out, girl. Let me tell you something. Menopause is kicking in. So I gotta have this fan right here, y'all. So if you get cold because of the fan, then just let me know. Okay. But tell me about your first experience DJing, like what you did. I want to know all of that.
So when he first taught me, he taught me in my family room.
Okay.
And I caught on very fast. Like the first week, I got my blend straight. It was good. And that's I started DJing because of the bullying that was bullied. And after a couple weeks when I started learning, the school contacted my mother and was like, we heard the child was DJing, so let's throw the first spring dance. So when I first started doing it, I was telling my friends, I'm DJing. They was like, you ain't DJing, girl.
And you were 12?
I was 12.
Wow. 12. Go, Mom. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Wow. I can't even imagine. I have an 11-year-old. I can't even imagine her. Get on up.
They catch on young, though. You will see. It's 6-year-olds doing it. It's really.
Wow. I have seen it live. Everybody's going live now, like me. So I saw some. No, I think she was 13 though. She wasn't that younger than you. But I saw her DJing, and I was just really amazed. So I know with any talent that you have, whether it's singing, doing hair, whatever it is, that talent usually is something that people tend to do to just escape everything else. When you're DJing, do you get that same type of escape?
Yes.
Wow. So even at 12, okay, so at 12, first of all, what was you escaping?
I'm not trying to say I was stressing, but I was being bullied. And then after I got
you were escaping something then.
Yeah,
that's stressful. Girl, what are you talking about? Bullying? Oh my gosh.
That was the only problem I had. It wasn't
So how was that? Because that's something I definitely want to talk about tonight. I have the Voice of Children Suffering in Silence radio show, which hopefully you'll be back to be on with the children. And I started that show because I have a daughter who was bullied, and I have a lot of kids, y'all. So everybody has had their experience with something, whether it's bullying, low self-esteem, something of that statute they've dealt with. So I thought it was important to, do a show for them as well and teach them how to perfect it and be able to actually talk to people and provide a platform for other people to come on and talk about being bullied, having low self-esteem and all that stuff, which, by the way, ladies and gentlemen, tonight I decided to make the name of the show I Am Pretty, because I think it's important that all young women and guys too, guys, you're not pretty, you're handsome, but that all young women know, especially being as though we are women here before you, know that they are beautiful and understand that they are beautiful. And I think that is one of the main things that young girls struggle with, because I don't know about you, but I know me in elementary school, It was always that little girl who always had her hair done in a pretty ponytail. She always had on the best outfit. She always had the nicest shoes on. I even remember she came to school one day with her nails all done. Like, and everybody loved her. And here I am sitting there. My mother didn't know how to do hair that good. Like, I love you, Mom, but she didn't. So my mom had those African braids, them connector braids. That's not really a braid. It's a plait into a plait.
Oh my.
And I'm sitting in class like, so, oh my gosh, I just felt so bad. So I wasn't even bullied. I bullied myself because I kept saying that she was better than me. She was prettier than me. She had better clothes and better hair than me. And I think that that's something that young kids deal with on a day-to-day basis because it's a struggle. Kids, if you're watching this, it's a struggle. So you may be thinking your mother is putting connector plates in your hair because she don't love you. But that is not the case. So tell me about your experience and how you were able to persevere through it.
See, I always got what I you know, my mother, they spoiled all her kids. I could choose, but I was bullied because I was overweight at my age.
Wow.
And my parents are lesbians. And when I was young, they had all these cavities in my mouth, so they was on attacking me. Like, they couldn't attack me like for the clothes I had, but they attacked me for my weight and stuff.
And they'll find something. Because especially if you were the kid that had whatever, your mom made sure you were good. And again, I followed her. So I know, I be looking like, oh my God, I saw Christmas. I was thinking like, I don't even celebrate, but how can I get in that house? So I know that you guys are definitely blessed and fortunate. So kids will see that and they're like, oh, I have to find something to do to break her spirit because her mom is doing way too good, making her feel good inside. So how were you able to deal with that?
See, I tried to take my life about like 2 times, and this is in middle school, not high school. Like, this is 7th grade, 8th grade.
Oh my goodness!
I didn't tell my mother I was being bullied until my freshman year in high school. So that was years. But I overcame it about music. Like, as soon as I got into music, as soon as I came home from bullying, I straight to my music. And one day I was like, I'm a female that's DJ, and I know I'm going to make it. So let me stop stressing now, because when I get in high school, people will be on me.
I love that. And look at you now. And look at you now, people on you. I was like, I gotta get her on the show. She's a female DJ. And you're young. And you have like this amazing aura and spirit. You know, it's like before I even spoke to you, I could just tell everybody was coming up to speak to you and everybody was getting a smile. It's hard. It's hard when you're in the entertainment business and you're trying to work and perfect everything and people want your attention. That's hard. But you dealt with it really well. You were still like, oh, okay, hi, it's nice to meet you. Okay, I gotta get this right. Okay, hi, it's really nice to meet you. So that was really good to watch you do. And I'm happy that you're perfecting it. So tell us about Bandage Your Heart. I'm sure that's where it came from. Because just the name in itself, I was like, wow, this is, to me, kids should like hear the name Bandage Your Heart and be like, what is that about? It should pique their curiosity, especially if they're going through what you're going through. So tell us a little bit about that.
Okay, so Bandage Your Heart, my mother actually came up with the name and the program.
Okay.
And at first I was like, hold up, you want me to speak in front of all these kids about me being bullied? Because I wasn't used to like public speaking. Okay. But I caught on with it, and I started to travel around Baltimore and PG, DC schools, middle schools and elementary schools, to talk about, you know, people that's committed suicide, about, you know, the program and stuff. So I've been doing it for years. I stopped it for now because I'm in college, but I'm trying to do like a little rally at the school.
Okay.
At Morgan State University, that's what I take.
Oh, good. Okay. And what are you taking up?
Taking up social work. I just switched my
major. Oh my goodness! Wow, that is good. That's like right up your alley. That's gonna help you. So let's rewind just a little bit, just to help somebody else. I hope that this will help somebody else anyway. How did you get through those suicide attempts? Because those are the hardest things. I mean, I was an adult who also attempted suicide. I think far more people will have done it than they admit. If you guys get what I'm saying. Like, not everybody is gonna be on camera like, yes, I attempted suicide. Like, it took me a long time to even say out of my mouth. I was for a long time saying like, I don't know what happened and how I ended up in the hospital. You know, it took a long time for me to admit it. But I was an adult. So for you to be a child in middle school, I can't even imagine. So could you share with us like how you were able to get through that time?
See, okay, I had friends, but I didn't have true friends to speak to. I couldn't even talk to my parents. But like I said, music, if it wasn't for music, I would not be alive. And I'll tell you this now, when Instagram first came out, I made a page, like a DJ page for myself. And I was like, let me just, post stuff. I wasn't getting anything. But when I first started getting good, started putting videos, that's when my followers started to roll in. I had like 5K, like in it was like 8th grade. And people was like supporting me. Good job on it. I never had that support from anybody. So I got to suicide, I went away from suicide, was just the comments under my page and stuff. And when the people at school started to see that, they was trying to acknowledge me. And that's how I got away from that. And when I told my mother, she especially told me, like, listen, you have to start telling me stuff, so therefore you won't put yourself in that situation again.
So maybe you can help me and a whole lot of other parents out here who may have kids that we just think like, oh no, our kid is absolutely good because my kid gets the best birthday parties. They have all the things that they want. I can't even imagine. Somebody asked me about my kid. I'm like, she's excellent. She's doing just fine. And then long and behold, I had experienced that too with my daughter, finding out, oh my God, my daughter is suffering. Right. My daughter is having, these thoughts of not wanting to live anymore, and she is not saying anything to me. It's because I'm invested Inspector Gadget around this joint. Like, I'm in their rooms, I'm in their books, I'm looking through everything just to make sure I'm trying to weed out the boys. But I actually stumbled across some things that she had written that like piqued my interest to say, wait a second, let me dig a little deeper. So not every parent even has the time to do that because working, taking care of your kids, paying your bills, everybody don't have the time to be all in their kids' laundry and stuff. So what can parents do better? And I don't want to put that much pressure on you, but what can parents do better to look for the signs in their kids that something like that may be happening?
Well, you gotta always pay attention to your children, no matter how many kids you got. Because my mother, we got kids from adopted and step kids. It's so many of us. I'm not trying to say she wasn't talking to me, paying attention to me, but it was a lot going on. Yeah. So when she started to pay attention to me, I'm like, okay, now I can tell her stuff now. So pay attention to your kids and speak to them always.
Okay. That's really good advice because that definitely goes a long way. I know we live in a time, and I'm not sure what your mom's age is, but I'm sure we're like around the same age. And we're probably around like the same age. And I know this is a time when, a lot of kids need moms. Right. I'm a counselor and an advocate for kids in foster care and group homes. And I'm always pulling kids. So my kids say the same thing, like, Mom, like, how many kids you just gonna keep on bringing in the house? That's like, and then their friends will come over and they're like, hey, meet my mom. And then their friend is like, well, my mom left a long time ago. And then this is another kid. Right. And then my kids are mad then again. They're like, Ma, I was just invited home for dinner. So I know that my kids and other kids, people who are like me and your mom, who just have that heart that we just want to take care of everybody because no child should be raised alone. No child should have to grow by themselves. No child should not have a hug. Somebody told me one time, they were like, you know what, Miss Aikira? I come to your house sometimes just because I want a hug, and I don't get hugs at home. And I was thinking, like, you don't get hugs? No. So it made me like go 10 times harder for this kid because I was like, okay, I'm going to hug you. I'm going to love you. I'm going to do for you. And that takes away from the attention that you're able to give your own kids. Right. So I would say definitely I will follow up with what you just said with that piece of advice because even for me, I had to learn to like really take the time and start paying attention to my kids. I even did date nights with my kids.
Oh, that's like game night, date night, stuff like that. Yeah, to know your kids.
Yeah, just to get like, let's have family time. Now they like, Ma, now you want to do this again? Like now it's a problem. Like no, I don't want to ever not be paying attention to you again. So even though, and this is some moms out there and dads, because dads too, even though you may feel like, oh, I give my kid everything. They got clothes on their back, shoes on their feet, food in their stomach. They got a nice room, video games, cell phones. They get to go places. They have a life better than most other kids. That was my statement, y'all. So I used to say that like, wait, they kind of have a life better than most kids. But what they need more than anything is us. And that love and that time and that attention. So even though we're out here working our asses off, it doesn't matter if we don't take the time to actually spend the time with them. So yeah, that's something that, I would definitely say to those out there that if you have kids, especially a lot of kids, yeah, a lot of kids, definitely. I have 9 biologically, really, and then I have 4 adopted, and so and then I just have countless others that just be coming in and out, and I'm like, oh, they're all my babies, and I just felt like, okay, y'all should let me spread all my love. They're like, no. It's not working out that way.
I like big families. Like siblings,
I do too.
Yeah.
So tell us about your family. That's another thing I want to know about. So becoming Miss DJ Onna had to come from a good background.
Right.
So I want to give everybody the opportunity to get to know you and your family life and your upbringing and all that good stuff.
Well, I have a lot of. I'm even trying to count. I have a lot of brothers, and I have 2 brothers that was adopted, and I have a stepbrother, and I only have 1 sister. It's a lot of us, and we fight a lot. But at the end of the day, we're gonna fight somebody if you try to mess with my sibling.
Hey, I know that's right.
I have, my parents, Tony and Andrea, my rocks, and my uncle, who I say is my father, because I don't have that father bond with my my biological father. Uncles, aunts. I have a pitch control group. That's my family too. A lot of females and males DJs in that group. My family is crazy, but their support is crazy. And my mother, she posts us on her Facebook almost every single day.
Yes,
I love my family. My big family. I love it.
Yes, and I think it's good that if you don't see yourself on your mom's page,
right.
I think it's a problem. Like I see some moms sometimes and they like posting all of the model pictures.
Not knowing they got kids.
And I'm like, oh my gosh, and then I'll meet them and they're like, yeah, girl, I got 5 kids. I'm like, well, wait a second, I never saw your page. Where are your kids? Because you guys are a part of us. Right. So why not? And I love the way your mom not just reps you, but all of her kids, everybody, even the grandbabies.
Even though she don't adopt. Like Ryan, my godbrother, had him he been with us since birth. Not with us since birth, but
that part of your family.
Yep. She support everybody, even how people because she work in the school system as well.
Okay.
So the people she support to them, like volleyball games, basketball games, anything, even funding, they need money or clothes, anything, she got them.
So we know that your heart, as far as wanting to help people and being loving, had to come from mommy because your mom definitely has helped a lot of people and is still helping people. I'm sure. Your mom made a post one time, and it was about helping too much.
Right.
And I was like, oh my gosh, like I don't even know this lady personally, but her posts be like right on level with how I be feeling sometimes because we help and help and help. So and then it's like you go through something and you're like, okay, so well, it's no one to my left, no one to my right. Like, so I'm gonna go through this by myself after I just helped everybody else. So being so young and already having a whole organization that's helping people, do you ever feel like maybe I'm helping too much or feel overwhelmed?
Not for me, but for my parents to understand why they're helping too. I'm young, that's my job, supposed to help people. I think it's time for them to quit. But I need to help people for now. So I get about that age, I need to calm down. But I'm always going that's what my heart is. My mother tell me all the time, I'm gonna receive the blessings that I get all the time. If I see a homeless person walking, you give them food. If you do a party, that event, money, all that. I love helping people.
That is so awesome. So where is it that you would like to go with your program? Some people say oh no, I just want to keep it here in the community. And then some people actually want to travel the world and have their program be taken other places. Right. So where do you see your program going?
It would be nice to have it globally, but for right now, it's just Baltimore, PGDC, because I'm in school, so I can't just get up and go anywhere. Absolutely, we're talking about longevity because right now those books are what's important. Right, exactly. So you definitely have to build your brand, and you're doing the perfect way. You're building it the perfect way because you're in school. Exactly. So and you're doing social work. Yep. So your social work is going to go into the Bandage of Art, of course. That's going to come full circle. What else do you have going on? I have the clothing line that the proceeds go to charity of my choice. It's a hospice called Dr. Paul's, but they just closed down. So I'm I need to find another charity to go to because that don't go to. I have my clothing line, my Bandage of Heart. What else? I need some more. I have a lot of stuff. So wait, before you even go to all that other stuff, you gotta tell us about the clothing line. See, okay, it haven't been it was popping in middle school, with the small stuff. But I'm trying to go deeper. I need cool jogger pants, stuff that I wear. Because I'm a tomboy times 10. I don't need all that girly stuff because I gotta be comfortable while DJing. Right. So DJ on the stuff, support. Even if I have my name on this, I have on a little for kids, for babies. I got smiley face, earphones on. Yeah. Oh, okay. It's called On the Mic. On a mic. Yep. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my gosh. That's so cute. You gotta give us the information
information for that so we can post it. So are you still doing stuff with it? Like, are you making the t-shirts and stuff now? So you have a website?
Yeah, she does all of this. I have the Facebook page now. The website will be up soon.
Okay.
Facebook, she has like the designers and stuff, and people who like actually like make the clothes and stuff.
Okay, okay. So wait, before we go any further, one of my DJs, if they sniffle one more time, not my DJs, my producers behind the scenes, if they sniffle again, y'all, because I know y'all can hear it, and y'all probably like, who is that sniffling? My poor baby is sick, y'all. So y'all forgive her. She's been sick, but she's still helping her mom out. So I read that you did the events in the summertime with the mayor,
right? And
you went around. How was that experience?
You want to be honest?
I gotta get honest because I saw you at all of them, and I was like, okay, that was a job.
Okay, the programs like the little dances we did, it was fun. I had good times with the kids, sharing my story with the kids. That's fun, and I also met like these kids. It was very.
Oh, I didn't even see that part. Really? I didn't see that part. Okay, I just saw the ones where you were like out in the street.
Oh yeah, I did the And actually inside the city hall, I did like they had like a little event for students like that had talent to come show it and stuff.
Oh, okay, yeah. I didn't see that. Mm-hmm. Okay, oh, that was really good. And so all the little kids, like, what age range?
It was like I'm gonna say 8 to like 16, probably older than that. Like, yeah.
Okay, all right. And so what did you guys do? Like, what did they have them do?
Okay, so first we had like a little dance thing. Then they had like people to speak about like these people that was in jail, tell the kids like do stuff.
Oh my god!
Okay. They had like painters, artists, producers, for almost any talent. Okay. Show the kids what to do, and then the kids like from Marlboro City and stuff, and they came up and showed like their little artists and like the paintings they did, like Black Lives Matter and stuff.
Okay, I get it. Okay, and so I think that's really nice. That was good for you to do because kids need to be able to see somebody strong doing something positive.
Exactly.
Especially now here in Baltimore. But the in the street part, like, I went to one, right? And I didn't stay long. And I'm being honest, you guys. Like, okay, there is way too much going on in Baltimore streets for me to be bringing the kids down there. But I saw you at every one of them, and everybody looked like they were having a really good time. It looked like it was really nice. So, and people kept calling me like, "Come on, bring the kids down." I was like, "Oh, okay, I see it from the Facebook Live from Zania." So I'm good from here. But tell me, how was that experience?
It was fun. Like, get to dance with the kids, knowing the kids. Kids came like, "Listen, I need help. Can you talk to me?" I'll help them. I'll give them like the little hotline number about to have. If the kids whatever need to call me, they can call me up, talk to me.
That is so awesome. So doing the hotline thing, because that was something that I was thinking about doing for the Voice of Children Suffering in Silence. However, I was thinking like that is a really heavy weight. Like it's not something small. Like we can get on camera, we can talk to y'all, we can give you our advice and all that good stuff. But if somebody's really going through a crisis and they're actually like, oh my gosh, like I don't want to role play it. Right. Like y'all don't act like I'm really role playing. But this is, but a kid like really call up and they're like, oh my gosh, DJ Onna, I'm going through so much. I just can't live anymore, and I just want to slit my wrist. It's like your words are going to be the words to either make or break the situation. Right. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just hold off for that hotline thing, and I'm gonna wait until I have like some licensed people. But first of all, what made you want to do it, and how are you going to go about doing the hotline thing?
Well, what made me want to do it because like I said, and when I was in school, I didn't have anybody to talk to. So for these kids to reach out for me is very a big deal to me. Yes. Even if I don't have the hotline now, I just did like a little talk for kids. I forgot what school was, but I did like a talk, and I didn't have a hotline number, and I was supposed to have it by then. I just gave all of my personal number. They still call me and text me.
Oh my goodness, that is so awesome.
They blows up my phone. They not going through it. They text my phone. Can you come do a party for me? Can you follow me on Instagram? I got y'all. Like,
oh wow, that's heavy. I had to like disconnect my number when I did that one time. Like I did that one time, and it was different for homeless women and children. Right. And I'm like, you guys can call me. Like I just felt like how you in a moment. Just like I'm like, y'all can call me. Oh my God. It was so, and it's like everybody had a story. So I remember one day I got up, got my kids ready for school, and my phone started ringing. My kids were coming in from school, and I was still on the phone with people, like going through stories because they were like going through something. I didn't even make it out to any of the appointments that I had because I felt like I had to stay and help these people because everybody had a tragedy, from people losing their husbands being killed in the city to, you know, women losing their children. It was, everybody had a story on why they were homeless. And so I just was like at the table all day long taking these phone calls, and I was like, okay, now I need to change this number because I want to help people, but I can't help anybody if I stay here at this kitchen table and not do anything for my kids. So yeah, so that's definitely a heavy thing, but I'm really, really proud of you for doing that because that takes a lot, and to actually answer now. Because if anybody knows that whether it just might be number, they're like, she don't know. It's hard though. It's hard. So that's really, really awesome, and it's inspiring. So what would be the most rewarding thing that you've done in your career since you've been since 12? And how old are you now?
I'm 19. I'll be 20.
Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Maybe what?
Maybe 28.
Okay.
I had to think about it. I'm like, when's my birthday?
Okay. Mine's gonna be 20 in Jennifer.
Okay.
Yeah. So what was your most rewarding thing doing this in the time that you've been doing it?
I'm trying to see. Okay, when I did. Okay, hold on. I need something. Okay, free gigs is always a thing. Like for people who don't have money at all, I can't bring my equipment and I do it up for them. But I say the most rewarding was when I went to go see some kids at the hospice, Dr. Bob's hospice, and they had a fundraiser because the city was like shutting them down basically. Like, y'all don't have money, I'm gonna have to move this building, and they did shut it down. But the fundraiser, we did like a little dance, and it was like a I forgot the name of it. They were selling paintings that the kids did or anything like the artist did from cities. And it was, so they made money, but it wasn't enough money to save the building. So,
wow. Oh my goodness, that's like so heartbreaking. Is Dr. Bob's on Utah?
Yep.
Oh,
is that Utah Street, right? Yep.
They closed that down?
Yep. A while ago.
That is so horrible. Okay, not crying.
No,
it's not. That is so sad. I remember when they opened that building. I was so excited for them. Wow. And so all of the kids are now at Johns Hopkins. But that's my first stop. So hopefully we can do some things together because that's my first stop on visiting kids. I was going to Dr. Bob's, but because they need, just like any kid, hold on, y'all. We don't want to echo, but just like any kid needs inspiration and encouragement, children that are sick need a lot of encouragement. And you know, one of the things I learned recently when I was doing my little investigation on which hospitals to go to and visit first is that there are a lot of children that are in the hospital that are actually like don't have parents, like don't have anybody come to visit them, and they actually need somebody to come and visit them. So it's like, oh my God, it's going to be so rewarding, I believe, to them and just to the other kids to be able to experience, like kids that don't have someone, you know, and being able to be there for those people. So what is it that you would like to accomplish with, what's your overall goal of accomplishment with Bandage Your Heart?
Well, we're trying to find like more investors to put more money. I mean, my mother, she put money in the program. But like I said, I do want to travel after I get out of school. I want to do something way bigger because colleges right now, they don't think about bullying still happens inside of college. So when I brought my program to the student activity, where they're like, these kids not going to listen to you basically. So I'm trying to get it more into colleges because it does happen and I still see it on campus. So I'm like, I need to do something like open their eyes.
Well, you know, bullying never stops. I don't think it has an age limit on it, you know, from where it begins or where it ends. Bullying just is an ongoing thing. So I would definitely think that it would be needed in college. And college is such a hard time because you made the ultimate decision to not just stay at home and not go to school anymore after getting that certificate, but to actually continue your education and you know, start your career and start your life. And you know, again, you might be in school and that girl who had them cute pigtails in elementary school, she done made it to college with you. Now she got the best weed in the you know, so I mean, I'm just sure it's even, you know, my daughter, she's going to college next year, and so her and I'm sorry, she keeps saying next year because it is in 2019. She's trying to rush it. I'm trying to hold it like, okay, wait a second.
She's not scared.
She's excited, and she's leaving for college, so she's not even staying here. She has 3 schools that she's interested in, and none of them are in Maryland, and all of them are very far. One of them is Duke, which is very far, and the other one is in New York. And I'm just like,
she has heart because I was scared. I was crying for person. I do not want to leave. Like, I want to stay home. I didn't want to stay on campus. I was like, I'm not trying to do this way. As soon as I got on campus, I was like, yeah, I'm staying on campus.
right, because you're like other kids, you're like, wait a second, this is freedom. Wait a second. Even though you still have curfew and stuff, right? Okay, yeah, but you just
no, you got curfew.
You don't have curfew?
I go in the house and I have tea. We don't get crazy. So even if it wasn't crazy, I don't like going to sleep early. I'll be in the bed like 10 o'clock.
Oh, okay. I watch Lifetime. See, I didn't make it to college either. But I watched Lifetime, but they had curfew. Y'all probably like, does she? Yes, I did. But no. So yeah, she's really excited, and it's good, for any kid to be excited, because the moms, for us, as much as we're excited about you guys furthering your education, we're like, wait a second, hold on, wait a minute. I don't know if I am ready myself for you to go. So what did your mom do? Tell us real quick. What did she do? Was she ready to pack your stuff, or was she trying to hold
Oh, no, she got me out of there. She's like, because I'm crazy in the house. I got a big mouth screaming and everything.
Oh, my
goodness. Said, get out. But she calls me every single day. She's like, come on a weekend. See, I come home every single weekend to work.
Okay.
So when I don't come home, she still wants me to come home. So I know what she means.
Oh, yeah. Of course. Because even mine with the big mouth, like, I'm just like, she's can't go. Like, I don't know how I'm going to let them go. That's going to be my hardest thing. And to have so many kids, you would think, like, well, there's still a lot of kids here. Like, there's still going to be a lot of kids here. Like, I'm sure with your mom, there's still a lot of kids. Like, but that one, everybody has a different personality. So, do you plan on having kids when you grow?
I don't see. I love kids.
I was expecting her to say yes. That was so. Oh my goodness, that was so not expected.
I love kids. I have a couple kids, but I can't. Like, my niece. See, it's 7 months. She drives me crazy.
Oh my gosh, she's so freaking cute.
I'm adopted. Like past the age
of
like
7. Goodness, past the age of 7.
I can't. Oh. I can't do little babies.
Oh my goodness, that's too funny, because they'll say like, oh, I'll hold the baby until they're like 2, and then the terrible 2s,
right? And
she didn't even make it to terrible 2s yet. You already talking about her?
See, it's like the kids that you're not related to loves you, but when it comes to blood, they hate you. My cousins, my siblings, they don't like me.
Oh my goodness, not Auntie Onna. Oh my goodness. That's cute, Auntie Onna. I like that. See, once they start calling you Auntie Onna, maybe it'll feel better. Yeah. Like, you know what? I like you a little bit more now, because that's gonna be cute. So, what else do you have going on? Because we just talked about 2 things, and I want to make sure we talk about everything you got going on. I know we talked about the DJing, and we talked about the clothing line. What else do you have going on?
I have like a little dance group called On the Beat.
This is too cute. If she don't cut it when she know her name, On the Beat, that's so cute.
They when I do like parties, like between like the age of like 8, 13, probably 14. My mother's dance, she teaches dance, so she teaches the kids. That's in middle school, and they come out do the performance for the kids while also DJing.
Okay,
they're good. They're good.
Okay. Oh my goodness, that's so good. So, how many kids are in the group?
How many? Like 12?
Just
10.
10
kids. And then they go to Berkeley Elementary Middle.
Oh, okay, in the middle how Okay, so how can are you allowing other kids to enter?
That's her group.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she does a group, and then
Oh, it's a traveling team. Oh my goodness. So are you guys gonna be competing and everything?
Oh yeah, they do compete. Yeah, they compete for
Get out of here. Oh my goodness. So I don't hear about things like that in Baltimore. And I think, if we give these kids things like that to do, and give them that attention in that way as well, then it would, hopefully, God willing, it'll make a difference, and people will stop wandering the street. Because I personally believe there are more young people out here doing a lot of the horrible things that you hear about than older people, because again, they grew up in an era where moms was not being moms. Moms was just lost. A lot of women had kids young. And it was unfortunate, but it just left those households to be broken. And a lot of men, of course, left the household, so that was to be broken. And so now these kids are just out here like, okay, I have nothing to live for. I had so many clients that was their main thing, and I'm trying to tell them, oh no, you're so beautiful, you have this to live for, you're smart, you're this, you're that, and they're like fighting, cutting people, doing all kind of stuff. And I'm trying to tell you, working and Department of Juvenile Justice is not easy.
I know.
And Department of Social Services is not easy, because you get kids all the time who have not just to you, but they have potential, and they're so beautiful, and you see these cute girls and like, oh my God, you're so beautiful, and they're like, bitch, what are you looking at? I'm like, oh my God, wait a second, let me hug you. My hug, that's everybody will tell you. Like, I'm just like, oh, you want to hug? Like, let's hug, because I'm like, let's heal the world. So I mean, of course, I can't hug everybody, and so unfortunately, there are some kids that just like don't get that love, and because they didn't get that love, now they're just out here wandering the streets, and they have nothing to live for. They feel like they have nothing to live for, not knowing that they have everything to live for. And in the blink of an eye, they could turn their whole entire lives around. So I think, just giving them something. I wanted to do a dance battle like 4 years ago, and I was like, let's just see how many dance groups is in Baltimore, and it was
a lot.
And now I know.
It's a lot. Like
before I wasn't getting any. Now I'm like, I hit you guys are like the 4th or 5th for young kids that I've heard about, and I'm like, well, where were they like 4 years ago when I was trying to do the dance battle?
It's a lot. Like they keep bringing up these dances. Like as long as they making these dances up the bottom, these kids are going to continue.
Yeah, if I echo one more time, y'all. All right, I turn it on. My daughter, right? Don't do it. My niece had a Sweet 16 recently, and I was like, oh, these kids are probably just gonna be standing on the wall, not doing anything. Oh my God. I was like, wait a second, like this is like back in the day, like they really in the middle of the floor, circling each other, battling and all of that. It was really cute. They even did one little skit, or I recorded it, where they like all had like a whole made up dance. It was so cute. So I was like, okay, dancing is like just like music. It's like healing for the soul. Like it gets you, it allows you to just escape other things that you're going through. And it's exciting, especially when you have people watching you. It's exciting and all that good stuff. So hopefully more kids will get into that. And maybe we can put something together where we can like do something to have like a dance battle or something like that too. Because a couple of years ago, y'all had sponsors. So I had like a $10,000 prize thing. Yeah, I had like 5 sponsors, and they were like, oh, like okay, let's do it, because I knew a lot of kids in the group homes and foster care who could dance, and they were just like afraid. So I was like, well, let's battle. And I thought if I put it out there, then a lot of people would join. But I was promoting on Facebook, Instagram, and like not one group. And I didn't want to just do that. I didn't want to just do individual kids. $10,000 is a lot of money. So I was trying to get groups to sign up, but that works. So maybe we can do something now. There's a lot of groups out there. I'll go back to the sponsor like this. I know it's a couple years later, but
you dance and rap. A lot of rappers.
Yes, everybody raps. Let me tell you something. I'm not mad at y'all for rapping. No. I'm not, right? Because to each his own. You gotta find a way to have a voice. You gotta find a way to get out those little sad feelings, mad feelings. If you gotta put your anger and your frustration on paper, and then you want to make up a rhyme with it, by all means, do your thing. But I noticed that everybody's mom, even the women.
Yes.
I did an event. Oh my gosh, y'all. I did an event. I know you probably. I did an event, a rap event, probably about 2 months ago. And me and my daughter were like standing there waiting for the Young Moose. It was Young Moose's event. Okay. And so we're like, no, I can't tell. I can't even tell y'all, because then they gonna watch this one day and be like, oh, bitch, what you talking about? I would just say I had a lot of interviews, and I was really surprised at some of the artists. Like, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go home and I'm about to write something, because if you can be a rapper, I can be a rapper too. And you getting paid for this event? Okay, I need to change my profession because you rapping. So have you ever thought about rapping?
Oh no, I can't rhyme to save my life. I can't sing. No,
you are so unpredictable. I swear to God. Like, didn't she look like she was about to say, "Oh yeah"? She was like, oh no.
The only way I'll rap if I have like a ghostwriter that's really, really good. Cause I ain't gonna try to embarrass myself. I can't.
But have you ever like thought like, okay, I got the sound, I got the voice, I got the
no,
nothing, no singing,
no,
no singing, not even a little bit, no. So mixing is like all you gonna be doing.
Yeah. As long as you're behind the table.
You get behind the table and you're a musician. Because you're making music. So it doesn't even matter. Right. Everybody's rapping for you and singing for you. So do DJs have like a favorite type of music to play?
Yeah, me, like hip hop and rap, that's my favorite. Like Sweet 16s or like ratchet, I'm gonna say ratchet parties, clubs, that's my thing.
Okay.
That's my thing.
I didn't even know that was a thing.
Oh, that's the thing.
Oh, okay. That's a thing.
Like, a wedding reception on Friday, I'm like, Weezy, what you like ratchet? I'm like, good.
At the wedding reception? What? Oh, y'all about to turn up. At the wedding reception. Oh, my.
That's my thing.
Yes. So, not no old music. They want to, like, really go in.
They want Gucci Man, Nicki Minaj, Lil Scooter, all that.
Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. Oh my god, I'm gonna go live because I got to see this at the thing. Okay, so so how can people find you?
Okay, this is a lot. My personal Facebook is Deonna Brooks, DEONNA Brooks. My DJ page is DJ Onna.
Y'all, I hope y'all like listening. Listen carefully. Make sure you get this because you gotta book her. So make sure you get this.
Okay, my Twitter I don't have anymore, but it's _ DJ Onna. My Instagram is _ DJ Onna. My Onna Mic page for the clothing line is Onna Mic ONNAMIC. You have Onna B ONNA.
Make sure we put this in the comments.
BAC.
We got you. We gonna put it in the comments. I got you.
Bandage your heart. Just bandage your heart.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
It's like
if y'all want a book, it's in the book bio. Everything's in the bio. Like
and the clothes.
Yep.
Yeah. Everything. No.
Yeah. That's it. Everything.
That's there.
If
well,
you
even if it's not,
frequency,
we're gonna put it in the comments so y'all can just like easily hit a link and then get to her.
Right to it.
Because it's important for you guys to support her.
Mm-hmm.
She's young and doing her thing. She's talented and very sweet. You're such a
sweetheart.
So, okay, before we go, is there anything else you want the people to know about you?
No, that's about it. Like,
she's like, no, y'all ask like way too many questions. It's too much.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
The program, Bandage Your Heart.
Okay.
I go around schools to have my little program, and it's not. You don't have. It's free. Like the schools doesn't have to pay for it. It's paid for by my mother.
Okay.
We talk about bullying, like how to prevent it. What's the difference between a bully and bullying? We have like little dance contests. I give them like little raffle tickets so they win prizes and stuff. Yes, trophies.
We really have to link up together because let me tell you, I go to schools too, and for those two schools I've been to, they're probably like, yes, we love Insecurities. But once they start like getting into the really hard things that they're going through as an adult, you know, I'm gonna give them the mommy advice. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna give you a hug, you know, and that type of thing afterwards. But it's like I feel like they need more. You know, they need more, and I don't give out the number like you. So hopefully one day, you know, when your hotline is together, because a lot of kids they be like, so can I call you? Like, you know what? I don't know if that's okay for you with your mom. Right. But the hotline would be good because but I'm doing schools in all over Maryland.
Okay.
So in March, I'm going to actually start the tour over again and actually be going to schools. Howard County is where I've been, in Baltimore City, of course. But I want to be able to go all over Maryland. But I think it would be good, like, because you got some good stuff going with yours. Because I'm just on the, you know, it's the voice of children suffering in silence. Break your silence. Like, tell us what you're going through. And I thought that it would be hard. So I'm good at getting the kids to open up and tell me about what they're going through. And immediately they're like, oh, well, my mom, she beats me. I'm like, oh my God, CPS, you know? And it's like, you can't.
That's the job I'm going to be doing because I can't.
Right. I feel so bad because my immediate response is like, I don't say it out loud, but I'm like taking notes like, what's that kid's name? Because I'm thinking of like, how can I save them after this event as opposed to just getting them to breakthrough at the event. But just having them not only open up, but actually have fun and do all of the stuff that you're doing, I think that it would be really good. So, and mine is free too. So, you know, I go around and definitely do it for free because kids need that, you know, especially in school. You know, the last school I went to, I made it my last school because I said I need to perfect this because those children, I talked to kids from, I think they were like 7, and they did one class, and then the next group was like 7 to like 13, and then we did the next session. The little ones were so heartbreaking. Like their stories were so heartbreaking. I know why. So see, when you go with me, you're gonna be like, okay, wait, we need hug session.
That's the difference between my program.
Yeah,
because when they bring like the kids that's like pre-K and like 3rd grade, they are crazy. Like 2 weeks ago, I did like the program, And I'm talking to my bully, and I'm like, listen, this is a problem. One boy smacked the fat boy, called him fat, pulled him in the chair. I'm like, what are y'all doing? And like, the ghetto on me, like, sit down, listen. They didn't get to listen.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, this is hard. But middle school is high school, they're hard to get through. But you got to make the program fun also. They can't be sitting there.
That's what I mean. That's why I see you have like a fun part to it. I don't really have too much of a fun part. Mine is just like, let's get out what you're going through, and because it's the counseling and the part. So it's like, let's get out what you're going through. And I had one little girl. She wanted to know what to do about her best friend. Right. She's like, every day her and her best friend meet at the bus stop. They live next door to each other, and her best friend, she can hear her best friend being abused at nighttime because their walls are really thin. And she's like, and she told me on the bus stop one day, my dad beats me, and I can't tell anybody. So she's like, what should I do? And then it was like so sad because everybody else was in there like sniffling. Like it was a lot more than that, but I don't want her to ever be like, but she was like really breaking down, and she was really looking like what to do. So after her, everybody was opening up about all of these hardships that they were going through and things that they were experiencing. And afterwards, of course, like, we all talked and had a little bit of fun talking, but it was nothing that I could really do for them as far as like bring their spirits back up. And I stopped it then because I said, oh no, this was a bit much. Like it was even a lot for me as just being the only person in there. I was like, no, we got to do something else. I don't know if I should bring candy. Should I bring some chocolate cupcakes or something next time? We got to do something to make these kids smile. Because it was like kids are really going through things, and they really do need us to help them through those things. But how we do it is the most important thing. So I definitely would love to team up with you and have you, you that backup. Like the sad story comes, I'm a hug, but then you gonna get them dancing and happy and all that stuff again after our little breakthrough. So we're gonna make sure that all your information is in the comments. So whether you're watching via Facebook or YouTube or Live Me or whatever, we'll make sure that you have all the information. And before we go, your mom has an awesome new business that I'm definitely loving, and I want you to tell everybody about that as well, because of course she's here because her mom gave birth to her, so she's like, Mom's baby. So even though we repping for Onna, we gotta rep for Mom too. So tell everybody about your mom's new business.
It's called the LaJoy's Place. It's a venue hall. You can party at anything. Oh, I'm sorry, I got extra address. It's 711 Hollenberg. 6711.
Is it 60 in it?
No, 6711.
Oh, 67. Okay.
Hollenberg Avenue.
6711 Hollenberg Avenue.
Yeah,
and
it's in Dundalk.
And what's it called?
The LaJoy's Place.
The LaJoy's Place.
Yeah, LaJore. About to forget LaJoy's Place.
Okay, so I saw that your mom had like went in there and renovated the whole place.
Oh yeah, when we first she first built the building.
I saw the live she did, and I was like, oh okay, that's not cute. I don't know what she thinks she's gonna do with that.
And it was one problem. It was one thing. It was okay, we're gonna be done, and then something else will happen. It's like with the room, but we got through it. She did an amazing job. Like.
I saw the after effect. I was like, oh, she is not telling the truth, y'all. This is a different building. And then I went back. I was like, no, it's the same building. Yeah. You worked a miracle. Y'all was praying through that, weren't you? That was a prayer.
And so she had all the kids to help with, so we in there like slaves.
I was just about to ask you. I am famous. Like, whenever I start a new project, my kids are probably watching in the background like, she is not lying. Whenever I start a new project or something, especially when the transitional houses or something, and I get in there and it's like, oh my God, we gotta paint, we gotta fix stuff. I'm like, okay, everybody, let's go home, change your clothes, let's get it together, because I ain't have all these kids for nothing. She had y'all in there cleaning.
Even the 7th, 8-year-old in there painting. What? Everybody. Even Braylon was in there in my car seat looking at us. I was like, what are y'all doing?
Oh my goodness. So I see it's been a success and she's opened it. I know you're proud of her.
Yep, I am proud of her.
Both
of them. Several and mother. They did a wonderful job.
Yes, I know. We got like a dynamic team. Like being in that dynamic team, mom and mom, like, oh my God. Oh my gosh. And you know what? Earlier on in the show, you were talking about how like you were being bullied for having 2 moms. Right. And how dare them, like, how do they they just don't even know. Like having 2 moms is better than having 2 dads. Like, well, not 2 dads. Pause for the call, y'all. Pause, right? Y'all, somebody is gonna have 2 dads on here, I swear, and they're gonna be like, wait a minute, she's second. No, but it's better than not having a second parent at all. Because I have a daughter the same way. Right. Like two moms and my daughter's like in heaven, you know. So being bullied for something turned out to be a great thing, and you got this good support system behind you. Well, I definitely support you, and I hope everyone watching supports you. And we just pray that God blesses your journey to be an amazing journey, and for everything that it is that you're working for, everything it is that you're trying to achieve, we pray God definitely allowed you to achieve it. So continue to be great and do your thing. And if you guys would like to book DJ Onna for an event or fundraiser, whatever it is, definitely hit her up. I'll put her information in the link, the comments below. Please make sure you guys share this live, because just like you watch the show, we want to make sure other people watch the show as well. And if you have friends and family that are not Facebook friendly, then you can kindly send them to the YouTube page, which is Rebuilding the Village. But you have to go to channel. So Rebuilding the Village, the channel. Send them there, and they can watch this interview all over again to definitely get all the information on what it is that Miss Onna is doing and what she will be doing in the future. Also, please go and like her page, Bandage Your Heart. It's very important that you guys like that, because that anti-bully thing is so important right now. Hopefully, you know, one day you get a share live and you get that $60,000 like a boy inside you. We're gonna document some things. So you guys, we truly appreciate you watching tonight and taking the time to hear all about all that she has going on. And to the topic that we had before we go, I'll just have you give a little piece of advice, because it was called I Am Pretty and having low self-esteem and all that good stuff. So what piece of advice would you like to leave everybody with on that topic?
I'm not gonna say you gotta love you. I mean, you gotta love yourself. Okay, this was my problem in middle school. I had kept telling people the girls around like the age of like 12 was having sex with almost everybody. I'm like, you can't do that. No, and then putting their minds like, you know, all on the boy. No, that's the problem. Love yourself, and if you don't love yourself, it's not gonna work. And if y'all get bullied, make sure you tell somebody, because you being labeled as a snitch is gonna save your life. I'm telling you. And if you don't have nobody to speak to, find somebody like a hotline that help me out. Anything, just go find help. Because you gonna live a long life. Stuff is gonna be way harder than you look. So you gotta tell somebody. Best believe.
Definitely. That was great advice. Definitely tell somebody. Speaking is so important. Look, you see me behind this mic right now, and I talk a lot right. Because there was a time when I didn't talk at all, and I held it all in. And then I was in therapy one day, and the therapist was like, "Okay, so this is like your 10th session, and you're still not saying anything." And I was like, "Well, I don't even know you, and I don't really know what you want me to say to you." And she's like, "Okay, well, until you start speaking, all of that pain you're feeling inside is going to stay there. Once you start talking, the pain is going to go away." So I went home that night and I thought to myself, like, she could either be lying or she could be telling the truth. So I'm going to just go ahead and talk the next time. I swear, y'all, it was probably the worst thing she ever did, because I would not shut up.
You can't speak to somebody, find something you love, because it's a big distraction.
Right, and writing. Writing is good as well. Like, I don't know if you wrote, like, did the whole little diary thing.
I did, I did a little bit of it.
A little bit. Yeah, writing is also healthy as well. So, you guys, writing, just talking to somebody, make sure that's something that you do, because it's important for you to get out whatever it is that's going on the inside. Nobody will know how to help you, or that you even need help, unless you actually speak about it. And as far as I Am Pretty, I put I Am Pretty as the title of the show tonight, because you have to know you're pretty. We do a lot of things to try to make ourselves pretty for everybody else. And, whether it's like keeping up with the times, and everybody is wearing, I'm going to say Reeboks, and I swear to God, I know people not wearing Reeboks right now. But in my day, it was Reebok. So everybody's wearing Reeboks, and it's like, oh my God, if I don't wear Reeboks, then I'm not pretty. That's not the case. You find your beauty within yourself. And let's not forget, you gotta act beautiful. Because if you out here acting ugly, it don't matter what you put on. It don't matter what you do. You're gonna, you gotta be able to be beautiful inside out. So make sure you claim you're pretty, claim your beauty, and know that you matter more than anybody else as far as how you feel about yourself. So stay with that. Make sure you got. I don't know what's going on. My daughter's trying to give me her phone. But you guys please share the show. Definitely tell your friends about DJ Onna and all that she has going on. Make sure you book her, go to her page, like her page, follow her on Instagram. I'll put all the information in the comments as well as the information for Rebuilding the Village in the comments as well. Thank you guys for tuning into tonight's show. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming. I truly appreciate it. All right, you guys. We'll see you next week on Tuesday, a special night, because Wednesday is my daughter's birthday. So Tuesday we will see you here live. And I have Khalil Ishmael coming as a guest, and his show is his movie is coming out.
Ooh.
Yes, he has a movie coming out. It's premiering next Saturday. The movie is The Other Wife. So it's a Islamic movie, and it's about Muslim women and the other wife, and that's gonna be a good movie because I gotta see that. I need to know. But anyway, so make sure you guys are tuned in next Tuesday at 7 p.m. to hear all about Khalil Ishmael. All right, thank you so much for tuning in tonight. Good night. Oh, it's stay hard.